I got flowy dress.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Colby Memorial Temple. My name is Marty Hadaway. On behalf of the co-pastors and our board of trustees, we welcome you to Colby Memorial Temple for our, yes, it is Sunday service. To begin our service, Daryl Demerit will come and light 3 candles. They symbolize the unity of body, mind, and spirit. Thank you, Daryl. All right, please rise as you are able for our opening prayer and remain standing for our first hymn. This is a prayer by medium Mavis Patilla, and this was written for Mother's Day 2021. Great Spirit, in the atmosphere of your creation, thankful are we that our souls have united in the power of love. To support the communication between the two worlds from deep within our being, we send forth our heartfelt love to the unseen world. May they know that they will always dwell in our hearts and in our minds now and forever. Our first hymn will be led by our vocalist, Jamie Osman, number 161, New Age Visitor.
My eyes have seen the coming of the next to be cleansed from every limitation. There wasn't an intro to this. Oh my goodness. So we're going to start with the second verse.
Keep those jamborees going.
Right now. My soul has seen the beauty of a race from silver free, an age of faith and justice, truth and love and liberty. And I sing of love's great triumph and glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. God's strength and marching on. I have seen the brave woman standing side by side with men. I have seen the nation brought until there is no tribe or clan, and the warlords all have vanished in the love of faithful men. So through this marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. You never know what's going to happen. You may be seated.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Let's see here. Located on the handout and in the front cover of the hymnal are our declarations of principles. Please join with me in reciting these principles together. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individual and that he makes his own happiness or unhappiness as he obeys or disobeys nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul, here or hereafter. We affirmed that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. The healing prayer is located in the back of your hymnal. Please recite it with me. Prayer for spiritual healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. Amen. Now, for those of you who wish to receive spiritual healings, please take a seat along either wall and wait for the next available healer. While the healers work, the rest of us will be in a guided meditation. Thank you. All right. While the healers work, at this time, let us join together in a guided meditation. Relax and get comfortable. Clear your laps, placing your hands loosely in your lap, up or down, whatever is most comfortable for you is what is best for you. And if you wish, gently close your eyes. Your breath will be the anchor throughout this meditation while you focus softly upon the words. You are allowing the gentle tuning of your vibration to the frequency of infinite intelligence, God, Source. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. Be easy as you find the rhythm of your body. Enjoy long, deep breaths in and out as you listen to my voice. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. It is not necessary that you concentrate. There's nothing you need to remember. You are safe and at peace. There is no one who needs you and nowhere for you to be but here and in the now. Notice that your body is feeling heavier and heavier, almost as if you are a sponge soaked in water, sinking deeply into the support beneath you. Heavy and relaxed, your mind is quiet and still. Breathe and enjoy. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. You are an extension of infinite intelligence, God, Source, an extension of non-physical source energy. And you have come into this existence with great eagerness and purpose. Your intention was to explore Earth's perfectly balanced contrast with the purpose of moving life beyond what it has been for you before. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. In this moment of both time and space, you are exactly where you have intended to be. And the infinite intelligence, God, source within you, is so very pleased. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. Your life continually calls for expansion through you, and all of life benefits from the important part that we all individually play. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. As you relax and deeply breathe, you can appreciate the love that infinite intelligence, God, Source, feels for you in this very moment of time. Appreciation for your physical world, for all its diversity, and for the stream of never-ending desires you continually have. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. Before your birth into this physical body, you understood the importance of the contrasting diversity on planet Earth. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. You jumped in eagerly to explore the variety and to enjoy the expansion you knew that would be called through you. Your life is unlimited in every respect, enjoying absolute continuing abundance, enjoying perfect well-being. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. Your life is supposed to feel good to you, for there is nothing you cannot be, do, or have. You have deliberately chosen it as the platform from which so much more will follow. The appreciation that infinite intelligence, God, source, feels for you never, ever endingly will wrap you in a warm blanket of worthiness if you allow it to be. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. Your life is serving you well and is providing the basis of expansion exactly as you knew it would be when you decided to come into this existence. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. A conscious awareness of how it all works. Everything is always working out for you. Everything is always working out for you, even when it doesn't look like or seem to be. Everything is working out. Infinite intelligence, God, source, is always listening to your desires and your dreams, allowing for your abundant well-being. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. You feel expansive, eager, and are desiring more and more with every new discovery and each new place you stand. The expansive feeling of more continues to call you and refresh you. Your world is continually expanding and steadily growing and refreshing while finding balance every step of the way. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. Well-being is the dominant basis of all reason of existence, of the universe, of the physical planet Earth on which you now exist. Our magnificent world is eternally tied to the steady rhythm of well-being at its core, and the same is true for you. As you relax and refresh, releasing resistance as you breathe, you will discover the balancing rhythm of infinite intelligence, God, source. Deeply breathe in And breathe out. Be very easy about your life. Never forgetting to feel the appreciation of who you are, with the goal of happiness and joy. You naturally allow wonderful things to flow continuously and effortlessly to you. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. As you relax into this law-based premise of these words, any resistance you have found along your physical path will be released, extinguished. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. As you listen to these words and remember who you are, you will discover your actual vibrational patterns of well-being and worthiness and joy and peace and happiness. Each day, you will find more clarity, more stamina, more eagerness. Each day, you'll remember who you are and why you have come into this existence. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. Your life is supposed to feel good to you, and you are meant to feel happiness and joy in your life. And you are meant to satisfy your desires in all your dreams. Deeply breathe in and breathe out. You are doing extremely well. The well-being that you seek is flowing to you right now. Relax and enjoy the unfolding. We are all co-creators within a divine universe. All that is benefiting from your existence. Feel appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. There is nothing you cannot be, do, or have, attracting the essence of whatever pleases you. There is great love for you. You are never alone. There is great love for you all around you, always. And now, when you are ready, breathing in and breathing out, open your eyes Welcome back, lovely ones. Welcome back to Colby Memorial Temple. Easy for me to say, right? Okay. Thank you, Jamie. That was wonderful music. Right. See here. And now, if you have received a healing resulting in a correction or improvement, please complete the yellow card in your hymnal and give it to the pastor at the back of the temple or mail the card into us. You may also place it in the collection plate. We'd like to thank our healers. We have from over this side, Lori Carter, Cynthia Preston, Reverend Dr. Sheldon Ganberg, and Daryl Demerit. Thank you, healers. Please stand as you are able for our next hymn, number 171, Under the Guidance of Angels, led by Jamie Osmond.
Under the guidance of angels, I have been sing today. All of the path with its fingers were stepping stones in my way. Under the guidance of angels, victory is sure to come. Turning toward light like the sunlight, evening will find me at home. Farewell to the creeds of the past, those musty things I dread. Hail to the truth of the soul plain, let us arise from the dead. Under the guidance of angels, victory is sure to come. Turning toward light like the sunlight, evening will find me at home. Now with the new risen light, filled and refilled from above, all of my innermost being tingles with hope and with love. Under the guidance of angels, victory is sure to come. Turning toward light like the sunlight, evening will find me at home. Death and the grave seem but gateways, leading to hope as a road. When earth's hard struggle is over, angels will carry me home. Under the guidance of angels, victory is sure to come. Turning toward light like the sunlight, evening will find me at home. Thank you. You may be seated.
All right. It is now my honor and pleasure to introduce to you our speaker for this morning. Robin Matutino is a certified medium and certified healer. She is also a teacher with the camp, and she is the one that you will get on the phone when you call the front office during the day. She's kind of an all-around gal, and we couldn't do it without her. And it is my honor and pleasure to introduce Ms. Robin Matutino.
Oh, I see my fan club is here this morning. Thank you for showing up, by the way. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful seeing all your smiling faces. Today's May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way. May 5th is a very special day to me. And so when I was asked whether I wanted to speak today or not, I accepted the invitation without even really understanding what I was going to talk about. But because of the date, I accepted. So the reason that today's date is so important to me is that on this date, I married the love of my life, Henry Matutino. Today, we would have been married 19 years, 24 together, but legally married 19 years today. And Henry will be celebrating with me today from the other side, from Spirit. He went to Spirit 2.5 years ago. And I'd like to share this morning one incident where the continuity of life was communicated to me in an unmistakable manner. And that's part of our religion. One of our principles is that we believe in communication with the so-called dead, and that it is a fact. And I can stand here to tell you that I completely and wholly accept that as truth. The evidence of the continuity of life came to me in an evening development class. Some of you that I see your faces here were actually with me that night. A lady came into the class that I'd never seen before. And when it came to the point during the class where we were sharing impressions with each other, this new lady began to talk and to explain the message that she was receiving, but that she didn't know who it was for. So as she continued to talk, I realized that it was for me and that it was Henry. But all I said was, I believe this message is for me. And she said, well, then will you please explain to me what's with all the fives? He's showing me a string of fives and I don't understand it. I said, well, we got married on May the 5th, 2005 at 5:55 p.m.
Wow.
And so when you write, and we did that intentionally, by the way, for the quality of that angel number. And that angel number has been with me for a very long time. Even to this day, I see it an unbelievable amount of times. And I know that some of you people receive those same kinds of angel numbers on a constant repeat. And to me, it always makes my heart smile to know that the angels are there. So Henry knew about my love of angels. In fact, some of you guys like to call me the chicken lady. But before I was the chicken lady, I was the angel lady. For my work with and passion for understanding our angelic beings and the roles that they can play in our lives if we open up to them and we allow them to bring us those messages. She could have never have known that number. She couldn't have guessed it. But I never saw her again after that day. She never came back. And so one of the things that has crossed my mind about that message was that she was an angel in disguise. She came to give me a message that absolutely healed my heart. And she's not come back since. And that's happened actually a couple of other times in almost the same manner, but the messages were not to be shared. Just suffice it to say that I have received the information through mediumship that lets me know that he is not only well where he is, but he's happy and he's with me all the time. I know that this morning when I was preparing for this, not only this morning, but over the last couple of weeks, as I've been preparing for this, I was reminded of that angelic connection. Now that's a part of my day in my practice, regardless of whether I'm talking about it or not, or whether I'm sharing about it or not. That's just part of my spiritual practice. So I bring this up because, for one thing, if it had not been for Henry's continued encouragement and support, I would not be standing here today. It was because he supported my visions and my views of what I wanted to do with my life and supported that completely that I completed it and I'm here. So on May 5th, being asked to speak on that day, I have to say, happy anniversary, Henry. I know you're out there somewhere. Long before, as I said, I was the chicken lady, I was keying into that angel number of the 5. And again, I'll share with you, because that's the number that presents itself to me the most, is that 5 represents change and transformation, freedom, and personal growth. And those are all qualities that I tried to focus on. And so to have the angels confirming to me almost every day, I have to show you the number of times I've kept screenshots of 555. I would encourage you all to be cognizant and aware that this communication can be coming to you as well. Angels make great guides. And in the period of time that we're finding ourselves in right now, I would recommend connecting to your angels. We all have them. They're all around us, whether you understand or whether you know that they're there or not. But I believe that they could be a great comfort and a great assistance to all of us as we navigate this insane environment that we're living through right now. We're all feeling the intense energies on one level or another. Intense pressure, fatigue, overwhelm. Many are feeling it, whether they believe in the unseen angelic beings or not. Collectively, we're discovering information that's being revealed after hundreds and in some cases thousands of years that we now will need to unlearn in order to relearn our updated history that's being disclosed. Revelations in many areas: science, archaeology, cosmology, finance, politics, and on and on. We're seeing crisis in every area. There are wars, protests occurring all over our country, crazy weather, fires, droughts, even locusts. Chaos is a word that I use to describe it, or perhaps distraction is a better word. It is truly biblical. The actual level of biblical prophecy being revealed in the world today is incredible. We're not hearing it communicated through the customary information channels. You have to become your own researcher, and you have to look for these things, but they're there, and they're part of the life that we're living in right now. Something big, in my opinion, is occurring in this world, and the people of the world are experiencing transformations in every aspect of their life, brought on by integration of more intense frequencies and upgrades. Our sun, other planets, our solar system are all influencing the healing of our electromagnetic bodies. Our DNA is affected and activated or upgraded as we align to the higher frequencies. And as multidimensional beings, which we all are, eternal, multidimensional spiritual beings, our individual frequencies and vibrations are changing under this influence. The science is there. You can research and find out that when they hook us up to the monitoring equipment that's available, these changes can be observed. I would highly recommend you look into the Resonance Project, the Heart Math Institute. There are many today that are showing that these things that we practice in our spiritual development make a real difference in our bodies, in our minds, and in our emotions. Check the science. Individually, we're experiencing the end of old ways of being. We're leaving old places for new, leaving relationships, jobs, for the transformation of who we are becoming. I'd like to use the caterpillar chrysalis butterfly example to illustrate how intense these changes are, and that the caterpillar dies to its form in order to completely dissolve, only to reconfigure itself into a beautiful butterfly. I believe that humanity is going through an experience of change much the same on the order of the butterfly. Our planet is experiencing massive changes, as we can all see, and it's time to cycle through. It is the right time. No carbon tax or social credit score is going to fix anything. It's a cycle. We adapt and we modify the bad behavior that's causing Earth harm. Change is occurring on a cyclic schedule, and those schedules are much longer than most of mankind are familiar with. We just went through a series of eclipses, had everyone talking. We're also going through cycles that are 12,000 years in length, that are ending and beginning. Mankind has no memory of a 12,000-year cycle. So how would we recognize, other than that the scientists know about it? Our Schumann, the Earth's resonance, the Earth's heartbeat, it's called the Schumann resonance, is spiking off the charts, and the frequency and vibration in all life on our planet is affected. So how are you coping? I have long lost faith in the mainstream information channels to report the unbiased truth. I've become a researcher and an avid follower of several citizen journalists, news channels, and podcasts that are bringing about the truth. We have to search for our own truth ourselves, particularly with regard to health and nutrition. Spirit can help us if we ask, and the angels are waiting for us to ask. We are free will beings, so you must ask your angels to intervene for you. So don't forget to ask them. But if there's anything that the last 3 years has taught us, is that we cannot depend upon mainstream information channels, corporations, or pharmaceutical companies to tell us the truth. In the end, we all have to decide how we are going to perceive what we discover when we search. Having a spiritual practice in place and communicating daily with your own spirit guides, your spirit loved ones, can help to create an energy around you that helps to surround your multidimensional bodies, to deflect away negativity as you encounter it. You can create your own heaven on earth. Remember that we are all divine beings. We're all creator beings, and we have help. We need it, but we have it if we ask for it. And as we transform our own lives, as we heal ourselves collectively, we heal all. So just by focusing on your own healing, you are healing the world. Remember, your angels are real beings, but you need to invite them. We're learning that the truth is what the truth is of what it is to be human. Every soul is unique. It vibrates to a unique tone in the universe. Energy, frequency, and vibration are who we are. We're made of it. Everything is. Like your fingerprints, you are unique. Your frequency within you, your musical tone, your note is unique to you, but the symphony needs all of the notes to play. So find your frequency, know your frequency, so that you can participate. Fear is a potent controller, and the amount of targeted programming specifically to create fear among people is immense. Distraction, manipulation flowing into our consciousness from our devices Each of us has to choose to connect to what is in front of us and what's real, the people. We're all in truth spiritual beings that are part of the source of all oneness of life. But we're given a body so that we can experience this 3D world. We're here to experience, to create, to love and to be loved, to feel everything in our human spectrum of possibilities while we're in a body. How we interact with others, the intent that we hold within us when we do, can bring higher energy and healing for all. Words are words, but our frequency precedes us. And when we meet people, that is why when we meet someone whose frequency is similar or familiar, that we instantly feel like family, or just the opposite. We instantly feel repelled. That's your reaction to the frequency of what you're meeting. I'm a former student of A Course in Miracles. I work a work that I highly recommend if you're interested in that. The Course in Miracles says there are only two emotions, love or fear. I highly recommend a book called A Return to Love. It's written by Marianne Williamson, who was an avid student of A Course in Miracles. I took a quote from that book, and it says, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us." This is emphasizing the potential that we have within ourselves to shine and to achieve greatness. A Course in Miracles is a huge, interesting, channeled spiritual and metaphysical text that presents a unique perspective on the nature of reality, the mind, and the concept of forgiveness. It was written or channeled by Helen Suchman between 1965 and 1972. A Course in Miracles is centered around the idea that the world we perceive is an illusion created by the ego. True peace and happiness come from aligning our thoughts and perceptions with the guidance of a divine inner wisdom. Technology has changed our lives in many ways, but no one can deny that it has been instrumental in keeping people separated from real human interaction. Face-to-face interaction may now just be a Zoom call instead of an actual visit with one another. I've selected one of the issues that has me paying attention, something that we as humans need to be aware so that we can use our voice to ensure that humanity is not taken from us. What it is to be human is something that is being threatened by the push toward transhumanism. I want to share some information that I discovered from an interview with a leading thought leader today, Greg Braden, 5-time New York Times bestselling author, a degreed scientist and geologist, an expert on ancient languages. And he was on it. This quote comes from an interview that he did with a podcaster by the name of Andre Duquan on a podcast called Know Thyself. There's an amazing library of interviews in that podcast for anybody who's interested. It's on YouTube. This is a quote from Greg Braden. "There is a battle playing out for our very humanness, the vehicle of experience. It sets the context for every event that is unfolding in our world. There's something deep within each of us, so powerful, so precious, so sacred, that nations will go to war with other nations to keep us distracted. There is a movement to replace our bodies with synthetics, chemicals in the blood, sensors under the skin, computer chips in the brain, and artificial intelligence. It steals from us our ability to access this part of us. We are about to give our humanness away to the technology before we even know what it is to be fully human. And we are far more than we have ever been led to believe. Evolution is a fact, but it breaks down when it comes to humans. Something happened. Scientists know it, but they don't know what to do with it. We owe it to ourselves to get to know what it is to be human before we give it away. Humans possess everyday divinity. What is that everyday divinity? If you ask a musician where the beautiful music that they created came from, they say it did not come from me, it came through me from somewhere else. Artists, poets, writers, all say very much the same thing. Divinity is ancient, timeless, ageless. Imagination, intuition, and it sets us apart from every other part of life. Divinity can only be experienced in a body. Transhuman movement seeks to replace our body. Divinity is the ability to transcend perceived limitations. Our divinity allows us to transcend fear. Humans that are not controlled by fear are very hard to control. The subject of transhumanism is a wide subject that needs more than a passing mention to really understand the depth of this movement and the implications of allowing it to continue to develop without more thought about the outcome. When we are focusing within for our connection to the infinite, and we're healing and we're growing from that connection, we are the technology. We are just beginning to discover our human potential that has been hidden from us for control. Take control of your divinity. Connect to the heart, to the earth often. Ground and balance in body and mind. These are things that having a spiritual practice helps us do. To remain connected to the divine spark that is who we are, and to seek to radiate our light out into the world will benefit us all. We're all in this together, and remembering the higher angelic beings and our spirit teams is essential. Some things are ending. It's time for them to go. And as we move through the days to come, I hope that you will choose love over fear and allow the divinity within you to flow into our world. I hope we can all find a way in the heightened sensitivities that we find ourselves in to be kind to each other. Perceptions are individual, and there's a different perception of you with every person you know, and none are accurate. So do what pleases you, while allowing others the same courtesy. Don't be controlled by fear. Choose love in all ways, and remember that we are divine beings coming through from somewhere else. Like the beautiful music, the poems, and the art, we are uniquely human. I hope that something that I have said this morning encourages you to connect to your inner divinity. And I thank you for your kind attention, and I hope that the rest of your day is a beautiful one. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. All right. During our musical interlude, we will be passing the basket. And we warmly thank you in advance for your generosity. Our musical interlude will be presented by Jamie.
I feel so special. I'm so popular. I have one name now. I like it. So the chicken lady made me cry.
Yep.
So now I'm gonna make you guys cry, hopefully. Happy anniversary, Robin and Henry.
Thank you.
Okay. Spirit of the living God, Spirit of the living God, we only wanna hear your voice. We're hanging on every word. Spirit of the living God, Spirit of the living God, we wanna know you more and more. We're hanging on every word. Speak to us. Spirit of the living God, Spirit of the living God, we only wanna hear your voice. We're hanging on every word. Spirit of the living God, Spirit of the living God, we wanna know you more and more. We're hanging on every word. 'Cause when you speak, when you move, when you do what only you can do, it changes us, it changes what we see. And what we see when you come in the room, when you do what only you can do, it changes us, it changes what we see. And what we see, you're changing everything. Spirit of the living God, Spirit of the living God, we're leaning into all you are. Everything else can wait. Spirit of the living God, Spirit of the living God, come now and breathe upon our hearts. Come now and have your way. 'Cause when you speak, when you move, when you do what only you can do, it changes us, it changes what we see. And what we see when you come in the room, when you do what only you can do, it changes us, it changes what we see. And what we see, you're changing everything. 'Cause when you move all our fears. When you move us to tears. When you move all our fears. And when you move us to tears. When we fall on our feet. And when you fall, we fall on our knees. And when you fall, we fall on our feet.
And when you fall, we fall on our knees. 'Cause when you speak and when you move, when you do what only you can do, it changes us, it changes what we see. And what we see when you come in the room, when you do what only you can do, it changes us, it changes what we see. And what we see, you're changing everything. Spirit of the living God, Spirit of the living God, we only wanna hear your voice. We're hanging on every word. Thank you, Spirit.
Thank you, Jamie. I'd like to say a prayer for the donations. Infinite intelligence, God, source. We thank you for the generosity exhibited here today to allow the continuation of Casadega Spiritualist Camp to continue beyond its 130 years. A blessed thank you to all and to all who generously donated. Thank you. Amen. Okay, I think it's announcement time. It's time for announcements. Next Wednesday on May 8th, our message bearers are our students. It's Students' Night, and all are welcome. We have some amazing mediums that are in training here. It's well worth the visit. Next Sunday, on Mother's Day, it's the 12th. Our guest speaker at our 10:30 service is Reverend Deborah Gretton Ganberg, one of our co-pastors. Go, Deborah! And it gets better, kids, and the co-pastors will have a little gift for all the ladies. She put a little heart symbol right there, so it's got to be special. Okay, every Sunday we have Adult Lyceum, also known as Adult Sunday School, from 9:30 to 10:15 a.m. in the Andrew Jackson Davis building. That is the building with the bookstore. That's always awesome. Next Sunday, May 12th, our Lyceum speaker is Reverend Suzanne Deweese, PhD. All righty then. Announcements of upcoming events. All right, we got to bring this one up and close to center here. This afternoon, we have Reverend Dr. Lewis Gates. He will be having a trance and transfiguration workshop from 2 to 4 in the Slater House. And that's at 1188 Chauncey Street, right there next to the ferry trail. Let me see here. That is a cost of $37. Next Saturday, May 11th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is our next gala day. Get out of town, kids. This is a lot of fun. Spirit of Tranquility. We'll have mini readings, mini seminars, lots of jewelry, crafts, crystals, and food vendors. We'll have a raffle, a meditation zone with crystal singing bowls. It's just a lot of fun for all. It says so right here. Also, there are swag bags for the first 100 that attend, so you all come and join us for a great day in Casadega. To participate in absentee healing, please print the name of and the first initial of the last name of a loved one, a friend, or even a pet in our healing book located at the back corner of the Colby Temple. Every Thursday morning, we have our healing meditation circle from 11 a.m. in the Andrew Jackson Davis building, also known as the bookstore, where all the names of the healing list are held in prayer. All are warmly invited and welcome to attend. Flyers for camp events are at the back of the temple, and we have an activities calendar and church bulletin in your hymnal. Here they are. I'll do my best, Carol Merrill. Okay, that kind of dates me. All right. Please take these along home with you and share them with a friend. And we thank you for that. Our website, casadega.org, also has the monthly information as well as all other upcoming events. Just tap into the calendar and you can see things weeks in advance. It's always fun to see what's coming down the pike. Now, please stand as you are able for hymn number 140, Peace Like a River, led by Jamie Osmond.
Led by the whole congregation, because we're gonna do this a cappella,
Yeah.
because I think we should. So get your tambourines out if you have it. If not, clap your hands. Ready? I am. Here we go. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. You guys are beautiful. Thank you. You may be seated.
All right, thank you, Jamie. All right, and now we have reached the exciting part of our service here. Not that it's not all exciting, but this is even more exciting because Robin, our message bearer, will come up and bear messages. Robin Matutino.
Marty, you're too funny.
Thank you, Marty. That was funny. Here comes to the lady right here with the green and black and white glass. Yes, would you please say your name out loud for me? Cheryl. Cheryl. Cheryl, as I've been sitting here, I've been aware of a female in spirit with you. I feel like when she was alive, people would comment her and compliment her on her hair somehow. I feel that she showed me a symbol of having like a towel or something over her arm, which was a symbol for me that there was some sort of service that she provided. And I have the sense that she's coming through for you to congratulate or to comment on the type of service that you provide to those around you. I feel that this lady's around you quite often and was a significant influence for you in your life. I feel that she wants to encourage the opening of something new for you. I feel like I'm opening a new package, a gift. So I would encourage you, or I believe that Spirit is encouraging you today to go within and find the gift that you're not sharing. The world is going to receive that gift in a very, very appreciative manner. This woman comes through with a lot of love and a lot of support for you. I have the sense that if you chose to look for something like this and to come forward with something of a new offering of yourself, that she will be there with you in spirit, prompting you, putting things in front of you to help guide you to make that the most beautiful experience for you that it can be. I'm going to leave that with God's blessings. Thank you very much. Marcy, I know you, but I'm drawn to you, so may I come to you with a message? I feel a gentleman in spirit with you. I feel like this was either a father figure or a close uncle figure, someone that you would have looked at as some sort of a guardian energy around you. I feel that they're still doing that today. There's something as I speak about him, I feel he was rather tall, he was rather slender, that he was a man of few words. But the words that he did speak were very poignant and very full of meaning and guidance. I feel like that it comes through to you, especially, or he comes through to you, especially when it's more quiet around you, when you're perhaps in a reading mode or something where you're being very quiet. And I would ask that if you're prompted or you feel the desire to perhaps keep something near you or you can write down, that you'll feel a message coming through to him. Almost feel like maybe he wrote poems or was a deep thinker to where he would have written down some of the things that were occurring for him. And I feel like that's being encouraged of you, to have you, as you're in your quiet, that there are things that want to come through you. You have a lot of just the wisdom and experience of who you are, but it's much more than that. It's like a soul message that wants to come through. And this gentleman in the spirit world somehow wants to help that occur. I have a sense that there's actually two men in spirit. One of them feels like, as I said, very quiet and reserved. The other one quite the opposite. Kind of a jokester. I'm a jokester. I like to make people laugh. I like to lighten up the mood. And he's saying that sometimes he's trying to help do that. To feel the mirth of the moment. So I'm going to leave that with God's blessings. Thank you. One more?
Yeah, absolutely.
May I come to the lady back here in the white? Can I hear your name, please? Kathy. The first thing that came to me, Kathy, when you said your name was a cat. So there's a feline energy with you, okay? I believe in a lot of different kinds of beings, right? And I kind of sense that there's that kind of energy with you. I'm not just talking about your furry little friend, pet. I'm talking about a being that comes through. Are you aware of that? Heavily, well, don't answer that. I don't want you to answer that. I'm just saying that's with you. I feel that this is, okay, excellent. Well, I believe this is coming through to you, and what I'm sensing to say to you is that that's going to step up a couple levels. Okay, if you're agreeable to that, as I'm feeling with the two that I've already gone to, there's something that wants to come through. Okay, there's a flow, I feel it. You're going to decide, then allow your guidance to motivate you to actually get out the materials and start making it happen in this world, not just in the mental, but in this world. Birth it into this world, because there's a special energy that comes with it. Okay, don't underestimate your ability to put a very special energy in what it is you create. That's for anybody who creates, right? You're imbuing that creation with a very special energy, whether you're doing it intentionally or by default. With you, I sense that it needs to be intentional. Okay, I can see you sitting and perhaps taking some guidance before you actually begin. or during the process. I'm not quite clear. Let me sit down for a little while and take some more. Anderson? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna leave that with God's blessings. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Robin. We would like to remind everyone that we have our afternoon message service right here in Colby Temple at 12 to 12:30 or so. A group of mediums and student mediums will be giving spirit greetings to as many individuals as they can reach during this message service. Everyone is welcome to attend. We encourage you to visit our bookstore, which is open 11:30 to 5 p.m. today and is open Monday through Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please rise as you are able for our closing hymn, hymn number 203, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, children are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Lord, there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now, may we go forth in the certainty of faith, in the knowledge of love, in the vision of hope, and in our going and being, may we be blessed with all good things on this day and forevermore. And we together say, Amen. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Don't forget, we got Grove at noon. Just saying. Nice job.